Hey everyone, it's Marla at Twinstrology. Welcome back. I'm going to be doing a twin flame reading today. And this reading is going to be for the Fall Equinox, which is on September 23rd, and the Libra new moon that's on September 28th. I know I'm not going to be able to do a second video for the Libra full moon because next weekend is my workshop in Niagara Falls. So that's going to be the last call for that. I will be hosting it with Rob and Angie from Twinfinity, Debbie Dubois at True Sacred Union, and Kalina Melnar from Sacred Heart Ascension, and Kalina's partner Yeshaya is also going to be there. It's going to be a great time. It's the 27th through the 29th, and you can go to my website or you can find the link below. If you feel called to join us, you can feel in the energy that it's a very transformational time. And this time between the equinox and, well, going all the way to the winter solstice is going to be a time of dramatic shifts. Not always easy shifts. I mean, I think you guys are experiencing, the light codes that are coming in, the energetic upgrades. Some of you are going to be experiencing triggers. It all depends on where you are in your journey. But it's great to counter any energy that you might be experiencing that's troublesome with spending some time with some soul family and doing some high vibrational activities. So, love to see you there. Okay, so let's get to the cards. I'm using my special deck today. This is the Tarot of Delphi. This is like an art deck. Those of you that don't know me that well, I am an art history major, so I do have a thing for art. And so this deck is like an art deck, and it's just a collector's item that I usually just display, but I'm gonna use it today because it's a special time with this equinox. And you'll see that with the first card, the Two of Cups. I hope that you can see that okay. This is the third reading in a row that we had the Two of Cups for the overall energy of twin flame unions. And the Two of Cups is a card that represents union, harmonious relationships, partnerships, love. Here on this card we see these two Roman lovers. So this Two of Cups has been coming up for every reading since the Lion's Gate. And many of you I know are experiencing the energy of what I call union. Now, someone asked me the other day, like, what did I mean by union? So let me just talk about that for a moment. Because it's more than how can I say it? Well, okay, when you meet your twin flame, you start a merging process with them. And you'll go through many different types of merges with your twin. So it's more than just feeling a merge. You will feel your twin with you from the very beginning, right away. You might be experiencing that feeling of your twin being next to you when they're not there, your twin talking to you telepathically, talking to you in your head. So it's more than that energy as well. I would say this new union energy is like It's like almost becoming your twin. You know, we talk about ending separation. There's no separation. When you are in this new union energy, you absolutely do not feel any separation. It's like your twin is a part of you. You are a part of your twin. Your energy is completely harmonized. Well, maybe not completely harmonized because, you know, you're still going to be growing and you're still going to be expanding. So it's not like your energy is perfect, but there is this sense of oneness, of harmony that is so strong, it's undeniable. You may find yourself suddenly acting like your twin, talking like your twin, enjoying the things that your twin enjoys, and vice versa, because you literally are becoming them. It's like you're merging back into that one being, that one energy from which you come from. So that's what I mean by union. And everybody's going to be at different levels of this union energy, depending on where you are in your journey. In fact, let's talk about that for a minute, because when we do readings like this, well, let me speak for myself. When I do readings like this, I am asking for guidance on the energy of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I'm assuming that most readers are doing that when they're reading, when they're doing readings like this as well. The divine masculine and the divine feminine are energies that are universal energies that are being expanded on the planet. So we talk about divine feminine and masculine. We're talking about more than us as human beings. We're talking about a universal energy and how this energy is changing on this planet. Because for so long we've been in this duality, this separation consciousness. The divine masculine and feminine energies have been denigrated by the patriarchy. And so we're needing to now bring these energies, revive these energies. So the more that we heal and clear, the more balanced, the more prevalent these energies are. Then that means that us as human beings here then have the opportunity to tap into those energies. You know, so like the divine feminine and masculine energy on the planet, or what is being brought to our planet, is in union. Full harmonious union. Are every human beings on this planet in full harmonious union? No, because we have to choose to be in union, and then we have to heal ourselves enough to be able to tap into these energies. When we're not healed, when we're not awakened, we don't even have an awareness of these energies because our consciousness is not high enough, right? And I'm sure that you see that from people around you. So, yeah, the first thing is healing so that we can take advantage of the masculine and feminine energies. And then that translates into our reality, what we are feeling. So that's card number one. What do the romance angels have to say for the overall energy of union? Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to you. Okay, so the overall message that I get with this card is that because of this new union energy that's available to us, more and more reconciliations are available to take place. I mean, when you're in this union energy, when you're becoming one with your twin, what is there not to reconcile? Like I said, you're going back to this one energy. And that means that more harmony is created. That's what I was trying to say by your vibrations are harmonizing. There's less to trigger each other. There's less to run or chase regarding. And as this union energy comes in more powerfully, one of the things that you'll find when you experience it is a complete trust, faith, and surrender. Because when you know that you're one being, you don't have to worry about the future. You don't have to have fear about whether they're going to return or not. You don't have to have fear about whether you're crazy, you know, because there's just this sense of peace and harmony that lives within you at that vibration. So, yes, more and more reconciliations will happen as more and more tune into union. So, you know, and don't put it past spirit to like arrange spontaneous meetings or spontaneous connections or having people being drawn to you to communicate with you. Telepathy, like when you get into this energy as well, the telepathy increases. If you remember, I said a while ago that we were getting more and more in sync with each other, and with that, the telepathy and the connection, the physical connection. I'm trying to think of the right word. Maybe physical isn't the right word, but I'll just say, okay, you're feeling each other. You feel each other. So you want to be gentle with yourself and with them because that energy is so connected. You're really feeling it. You're really aligned telepathically when you're at this stage. So that's why you need to be careful about what you're doing, what you're thinking, all of that. It's like, they're saying it's like, it's like eating for two. That's what they're saying. Like you're that connected. Like a mother, like a pregnant mother. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip that card over yet. So what is positive about twin flame unions? The Nine of Cups. Okay, so the Nine of Cups is about manifestation and your ability to have the things that you desire in your life. It's about blessings, abundance. And the romance angels say chemistry is what is positive in twin flame unions. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Well, once again, when you get to that energy of union, your manifestation abilities are that much stronger because the energetic alignment, here this card is saying the chemistry, the attraction, the vibration is more in alignment. As I said, you know, a minute ago, when things are more in alignment, there's less disharmony and there's more possibility to create and to manifest. And they're saying, like, you know, twins, you've sacrificed a lot on this journey, and there will be a time of reward. What challenges twin flame unions is the 8 of coins. Okay, so the 8 of coins represents work. Okay, so on one level, I'm feeling like for many of you, this energy right now feels heavy. It feels like work. Some people are purging, especially those that carry more of the divine masculine energy. Those that are just beginning this journey, they're purging a little bit more. So there's a lot of work involved. This can be like, I interpret the 8 of Pentacles often in twin readings to be like a dark night of the soul, because you're having to really work hard to get somewhere. For others of you, what I'm picking up on is frustration, because you're feeling like this is too much work. I think there's a lot of people out there that, for whatever reason, they're frustrated with the journey. All I can say to that is that when you sign up for the twin flame journey, you know that it's not going to be an easy journey. It's hard. No one's saying it's not hard. The amount of clearing that has to be done, the amount of templates that have to be come over, the amount of nights that one can sit alone and be sad. But then there's a time to get over that. To let go of that feeling of frustration. Because there's a goal, there's something worthwhile. And regardless of even whether or not you ever get with your twin, even take that out of the equation, this journey of awakening and ascension to me is worth it in and of itself. It's worth all the hard work and struggle. So while I know that people feel that frustration, it's just hard for me sometimes to fully relate to it. I'm sorry. And it's not like I haven't been through struggle. I have been through a lot of struggle on my journey. But I just see, like, I look back and every piece of that struggle freed me. And it made me happier in the long run. But, we all also have different journeys. And so we have different journeys, different personalities. So what I want to leave you with regarding that is to remember that there is a reward for the sacrifice. Okay? And don't give up on your heart's truth. If your heart is telling you that you're meant to be with someone, then you have to follow that. If your heart's not telling you that, if your heart's telling you to give up and move on, well, then maybe you need to follow your heart in that as well. But like I said, regardless, there's abundance. There's the ability to manifest. All of those things will happen for you as long as you're going through your healing. So just stay strong. Stay strong, guys. The romance angels say make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. It is worth it. And you'll see. That's all I'm going to say. You'll see at some point in your journey that it was worth it. What do we need to clear for these twin flame unions. 10 of Cups is the first card of what we're needing to clear. So 10 of Cups is an interesting card. This represents love also. You know, we have the 2 of Cups as the main card, and the 10 of Cups is like the culmination of the cups. It's the culmination of the suit of emotions. It's emotional happiness, renewal, love, harmony. But what we need to clear is everything that's in the way of that. We've got to work through that suit of cups. And that's, you know, as we move through our journey, like the tarot shows us the steps that we go through. So we move through the cups so we can get to this love. The 10 of Cups often has a family represented on it. There is a mother and children here, or a family. This is also like the community center here in this card. So for some of you, you know, one of the things that might be an issue in your union is family. Very often, one or the other twin is married, has children. That's an issue. Very oftentimes, the parents are an issue. Like there's controlling parents, threatening parents. So you might be dealing with either of those situations as well. Or it could just be like the need for us all to open up to love, and open up to it in the sense of all encompassing, like a community level of love. And as we move through this journey, 22:22 on the clock, as we move through this journey, we learn that we are love and we're here to share love, not just with the person that's our twin flame or partner, but to share love with everybody, to become a beacon of love. And the romance angels here say, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Well, in order to get to this 10 of Cups, we need to love ourselves first. And our whole journey is about loving ourselves. Because to get to union, to be able to be our authentic self, to choose sometimes ourselves, takes a lot of love for ourselves. What I mean by that is, I just spoke a minute ago about families and how some of you will be having families that are somehow an issue for your union. And you may not know how to navigate it. And Spirit is saying, love yourself first. And often as humans, we feel guilty for loving ourselves. We feel guilty for choosing ourselves. But throughout this ascension process, it asks us to choose ourselves over and over again, because we're getting to our authenticity and our truth. And we've been taught that that is selfish. But in actuality, when you begin to live your life that way, you actually begin to live your life from a balanced place, a place of love, and it's not selfish at all, because it ends up creating joy and harmony all around you in all of your relationships. So there's also an element here of forbidden love. I think there's an element in actually all of these cards that of what we're clearing of forbidden love, unrequited love, and and I've been talking about that a lot. I've I've written some articles about it, so you can always go back and read up on that. But say for example, if two twins are married to someone else and have children, well, that's a big issue of forbidden love. And it's very difficult struggle to know what to do. But one of the first things is love yourself first. Because when you're happy, the people around you are happy. When you're not happy, when you're not enjoying your life, when you don't enjoy your life, your whole vibration gets lowered, and that affects every area of your life. Where when you put yourself, I don't want to say put yourself first, but when you put yourself in a place of, what do I need to be fulfilled, to be authentic, to use my creativity, then it begins to affect everyone in a positive way. Another thing that we're needing to release is Enchantress of Wands. Well, let me bring this card in too from the beginning. The Romance Angel card with it is Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Allowing yourself to believe and trust in this connection. Bringing your sensual side forward. Bringing your creative side forward. Bringing your strength. For some of you, this card is going to be about reconnecting with your twin. Maybe writing to each other, like having some written communication or verbal communication, or even having a physical reconnection, because there's this element of sensuality here with this card. Passion. Directness. Going after what you want. And yeah, like I said, just allowing that creative passion into your life. And this energy, this union energy, will bring that. Also, what we're clearing, the Devotee of Wands. Okay, so you see she's in front of these closed doors. Okay, this to me is like, it's almost like the High Priestess card. She's here guarding this like secret, this mystery. And to me, I'm feeling this is representing the subconscious. So this is shadow work that we're needing to do. In a lot of ways, like our ego is this guard here, stopping us from going beyond those doors, stopping us from really looking at ourselves, looking in the mirror. But that's indeed what we need to do. And the Romance Angel card with this one is Unrequited Love. Okay, so this card actually goes with all of these, because at the core of what we're releasing, especially right now, is the feeling of unrequited love. It's a trick. The belief in unrequited love, or the feeling rather of unrequited love, is a trick, because when you get into this energy of union, you feel the oneness. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter whether you're in 3D communication, you still feel the oneness, and with the oneness, the love. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't matter, as in you no longer care whether you're going to be in a physical relationship with your twin, because of course you're still going to want that. But what I mean is, when you feel that level of oneness, you no longer feel that sense that you've been abandoned because they're not there. Because that not there part no longer exists. They are there. It's difficult to explain, and it's difficult to talk about. We don't really have a lot of words or understanding to really explain all of these things that are happening. A lot of the stuff that we used to believe about twins, it needs to be revised and updated. But the bottom line is, with all these cards, what we're needing to clear the most is feeling like we're not loved. Because when we feel like we're not loved by our twin, that translates into a vibration of I'm not loved by anyone or anything, right? It often puts us down this, into a dark night of the soul when we feel that unrequited love. And we feel like nobody cares about us. And then we're putting out that vibration. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Again, regardless of your twin, okay? Regardless of that, you are loved, because you are loved by the universe. How can we share love as a community if we don't feel like love is something that's part of our life? So we're moving beyond this idea that love is not for us, that love is not returned to us, or that we somehow don't deserve love. We're moving beyond all of that. Karmically, the major lessons that we're clearing are biblical, persecution, and war. For this, it's like feeling guilt, shame, feeling like a sinner. We have to move beyond that energy. Feeling like we're going to be persecuted stops us from being in our mission, stops us from speaking our truth, stops us from being honest with our twin. And wars, wars, they just caused a lot of trauma. That mass violence can linger in the energy, but also a lot of us have shut down our hearts because of situations related to wars and battles. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. So twin number one, I would say in most cases, twin number one is going to be you watching this, but maybe not. So I'm just going to leave it at twin one and twin two, and you take what resonates with who and decide for yourself. So the first card for the major energy of twin one is psychic development. So yeah, there has been a lot of increase in psychic abilities because we're being upgraded, our consciousness is being expanded, and that expansion will continue pretty intensely over the next couple of months. It's going to be a lot of light codes coming in October and November still. And when we're clear, when we let go of things, then our psychic abilities open up more and more. The Ascended Masters say to Twin One, find the blessing in your current situation. And I think, I already talked about that. And they're also saying drink more water. This is because of the upgrades that you're going through. That's connected to that psychic abilities card, the expansion of our consciousness. It's really important to drink a lot of water. If you're dehydrated, then the activations are going to cause more physical ailments. You'll get headaches, you'll get muscle aches, possibly stomach aches. But also the drinking water helps you clear that energy out of your physical body. So what cards are coming up for Twin One? This is what Twin One wants to say to Twin Two. Let your friends help you. Playfulness, forgiving, and learning. So I feel like Twin number one is saying they miss you a lot. They want to help you. They miss the fun times that you had together, and that they've been working hard trying to do their lessons, trying to release what they need to release so that they can change and grow and hopefully, attract you back into their life. I think with this card, it's like they want to help you, but also they want to remind you that there's a lot of people out there that love you. And they're forgiving you as well for whatever happened in the past. They want to forgive you. They want to hear from you. They want you to come back into their life. Twin number two. So twin number two is healing past, present, and future. So this is letting us know that there's a timeline shift going on for twin number two. There's this multi-dimensional shifting. They're removing a lot of karma at this time, and that's why many of twin number twos are in dark night of the soul, because of the purging of the karmic stories. The Ascended Masters are saying to twin two, crystals is the first card. Okay, so your vibration is expanding. You've got to go through that purge to allow your vibration to rise higher. And with that, you are also becoming more attuned to psychic abilities, the different energies that are around you. You're becoming more attuned to your twin as well. But they're also saying nurture yourself because of the purging of the energies that's going on. You may not be feeling good. You may be feeling tired. Just like for twin one, drink water, eat healthy, but just love yourself. Allow yourself space and time. What twin two wants to say to twin number one? Separation, religious factors, and honeymoon. Well, the first thing is, I feel like twin two wants to say to you they're tired of separation. They're actually really feeling the separation from you, and that's what, not all, but a big part of their trigger is from the separation. And they're also missing you. For some of you, this could be a message that you're from your twin saying that they want to separate from their karmic partner, or that separation is on the horizon. They also want to say to you, honeymoon. So they would like to be with you. They would like to have privacy with you, seclusion, to just be away from it all so that you could be yourselves and you could speak openly and you could just share. I feel like this is new energy too, this honeymoon. It's like a new beginning. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This card comes up a lot in twin readings because, of course, our path is all based on spirituality. And I feel like they're wanting to say that part of the reason why they're not there is because they're needing to go through this clearing too, and they're working on it. You know what I really hear twin 2 saying to twin 1 is trust me. Have trust in me. We're just going through this process. It's just part of our path. And they will be there as soon as they're able. So what's coming up in the future? The first card is Devotee of Swords. Okay. So there could be some challenges still coming up. The energy is requiring you to stand strong, to stand firm, to be devoted to what you're trying to create here, to be devoted to your love. You may have to go into, some type of battle. And by battle, most of you, it's going to be an inner battle. Like you're going to be battling your ego, battling your mind. You need to be persistent, dedicated. You need your strength. This can also relate to messages. There could be an unexpected message coming through for some of you, coming through from your twin flame, or a message relating to your twin flame. And we have the card Children with this card. So, like we talked about earlier with the 10 of Cups, some of you might need to kind of be prepared to do battle regarding your children, protecting your children, being with your children, like fighting for your children. So if you have children, there could be some way you need to protect your children. For others of you, this card is going to be about your inner child. You may need to protect yourself in terms of protecting your inner child, keeping your inner child safe, making them feel loved. Maybe someone is challenging you in some respect. Or the message could relate to your children as well. Ace of Wands. Passionate. My voice. Sorry about that. My throat chakra just went as I tried to say that. Passionate new beginnings. Fresh starts. Creativity. Love. The creativity, I think, is going to be strong. The card with that is true love. So yeah, I think in the future, more and more we're feeling true love and less of that unrequited love. And that's making us, it's awakening this more playful, sensual side of us that maybe we haven't been tuned into for a while because we've been so focused on our spiritual aspects and our spiritual life. So I'm just kind of feeling like that more passionate energy, and you know, look at this card, is returning. Nine of Pentacles. You're coming into your own. You're coming into your power. But more than that, it's like you are believing in this journey, breaking free of the needs, breaking free of the codependency, feeling confident in this path and who you are and where you're going. And the Romance Angel card is trust. This woman here, this woman in the garden at the Nine of Pentacles, she trusts. She has confidence, faith. She has abundance. The whole world is open to her now. There's nothing not to trust. And of course, this energy, as I said at the beginning, there's no reason not to trust what's happening. Last card. Journey of Love card. With this card, what I want to say is that feeling of heartbreak and separation, it wants to leave. And it may not leave forever, you know. But more and more, we're realizing that that's not truth. Okay, this one came flying out. Dream a Little, number 51. I don't even know if I've ever had this card before. The divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers. So dream a little. Let your imagination wander and wonder. What if? What else could be? Breaking down the rigid walls of expectation. Just because something has been does not indicate that it must continue in the same way. So dream a little and receive your spiritual gift. This oracle brings you guidance. A spiritual gift of inspiration is on its way or has just recently been received. It isn't a flight of fancy. It's a gift from the divine. Receive it and believe in new possibilities. From unexpected meetings, we talked and shared our lifetime. A gentle, peaceful, quiet time reflected in our smiles. We winged our way to distant places and walked along remembered faces of lives we knew we lived some time before. And like a bud about to flower, having reached its appointed hour, we watch ourselves begin to open in the warm touch of spring. So let yourself go a little. Let yourself dream a little. Move past these rigid expectations and just go into all the possibilities of what could be. And know that Spirit is guiding your journey and has something completely magical and unbelievable in store for you. New energies, new beginning, new creativity, new passion. Thank you so much. You can visit my website, twinstrology.com, if you're interested in having a personal reading, an astrology reading, coaching session, or quantum healing or beyond quantum healing session. Sending you guys a lot of love, and I'll be back soon.